Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Turkish Spotlight Secrets. Find a cozy spot, settle in with a cup of tea, and let's spend some time together as we explore a love story that has leaped from magazine pages into real-life one that crosses borders, languages, and expectations. When actor Murat Yıldırım and Moroccan model-turned-actress Iman Elbani married in 2016, many fans called it a fairy tale match. Now the couple is preparing to welcome their second child, and their journey filled with difficult detours. Quiet resilience and unwavering respect reminds us how two strong individuals can build an international family under constant public attention. If you enjoy in-depth human-centered stories instead of quick gossip, please remember to hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss a video. Your support allows me to keep bringing you thoughtful pieces like this one. And if you'd like early access to upcoming uploads, you can click the join button below. Thank you. Now let's travel back to where it all began. An unexpected encounter that redefined destiny. The first meeting between Murat and Iman did not take place on a red carpet or at a glittering awards gala, but in London after the 2015 International Marrakesh Film Festival. Murat, taking a short break from filming the psychological thriller Sansu's AGK, is invited to speak on a panel about cross-cultural storytelling. Iman, having recently completed a charity campaign for children's literacy in North Africa, attended the same event to network with producers who were scouting North African talent. Friends say their introduction was almost understated love at first sight fireworks. Just two professionals chatting beside a coffee station, yet something clicked. They discovered a shared fascination with languages. Murat's careful English peppered with Turkish proverbs. Iman's fluid mix of Arabic, French, and Spanish. By the time the panel ended, they had exchanged numbers under the pretext of swapping reading lists. Within days, messages evolved from book recommendations to late-night voice notes filled with laughter and unfiltered musings about family expectations, cultural identity, and the tug-of-war between career and privacy, to bridging cultures, courtship across the Mediterranean. Any relationship that links to busy performers from different countries will face scheduling nightmares. But there's also carried the weight of distinct traditions. Murat's parents, devout and close-knit, had pictured him marrying a Turkish woman. Iman's relatives admired Turkish dramas, but had always imagined her future husband would speak Arabic at family dinners. Instead of racing past those differences, Murat booked flights to Rabi on his only spring weekend off, meeting Iman's family in their own home, surrounded by mint tea, couscous, and the lilting rhythm of Moroccan Arabic. He asked her father for permission to continue courting his daughter. Her father, in turn, respected Murat's openness and the seriousness of that gesture. Weeks later, Iman visited Murat's family in Ankara. She arrived nervous about her Turkish vocabulary, but Murat's mother welcomed her with a single reassuring phrase, "Sen bizdensin," which roughly means, "You are one of us." Those visits set the tone for an engagement that was less about whirlwind romance and more about slow, deliberate understanding. For months, they juggled careers while carving out pockets of time sharing breakfast via video call, sending each other day-in-life clips from set trailers, reading the same novel in two languages so their conversations felt bigger than any one place. A wedding that wove two traditions together. On a crisp December evening in 2016, the couple married at Istanbul's historic Kragan Palace Hotel. Guests walked through an archway of olive branches and orange blossom symbols chosen to unite the Aegean coast. Murat loves with the citrus groves of Iman's childhood. The ceremony blended customs. The imam recited a traditional Nika blessing, followed by a Moroccan seven-spice milk toast served in tiny gold-rimmed glasses. Even the music moved between worlds. A Turkish quartet played a gentle oud melody for the processional, then ceded the stage to a Moroccan Nawa ensemble whose bass rhythms drew everyone actors. Relatives, politicians, into a circle dance that lasted well past midnight. By sunrise, photos of the celebration had already hit social media, prompting international headlines. Cinema's cultural bridge, Morocco meets Turkey, And, inevitably, Turkish heart, Moroccan soul. Behind the glamour, the newlyweds made a pact. Work would never erase home life. And no career milestone would outrank family milestones. They established a rule of 3. Ever spend more than 3 weeks apart without a shared stretch of time offline. That promise would be tested sooner than they imagined. For the long road to parenthood, their silent struggles. In 2018, Murat wrapped filming on Ramo, a high-octane crime drama that consumed 18-hour shooting days. Iman quietly stepped back from on-camera roles to travel with him between Adana and Istanbul, acting as an unofficial dialect coach for his Arabic-speaking scenes and crafting healthy meals in hotel kitchens so he could push through grueling stunts. Behind closed doors, however, they faced repeated miscarriages of private heartbreak. They kept shielded from tabloids. Their resilience was anchored in routine. Nightly prayers said in Turkish and Arabic. Early morning walks before set, call times. Handwritten notes slipped into each other's luggage. In late 2020, when Iman finally carried a pregnancy to term, Murat turned down 2 international offers, determined not to miss a single doctor's appointment. Their daughter arrived amid pandemic restrictions, so no hospital photographs leaked. Instead, they mailed printed birth announcements, simple white cards embossed with her initials to close friends and family, a gesture of intimacy in an age of oversharing. 5. Public joy. Private boundaries. Announcing baby number 2 when rumors surfaced this spring that Iman was expecting again. The couple waited until her second trimester scan before sharing a modest black-and-white snapshot of 4 hands, 2 adults. 1 toddler and 1 tiny new ultrasound image balanced in Mora's palm. The caption read, Ganula Rimais, Ekalan Bur Dua Daha. One more prayer added to our hearts. Within hours, hashtags bearing their names trended in Turkey, Morocco, and unexpectedly across Latin America, where fans have embraced Turkish series in Spanish dubbings. Yet the post offered no due date, no gender reveal, no brand deals. Instead of magazine exclusives, they allowed a single interview with a Turkish parenting podcast, whose host had covered Iman's literacy charity years earlier. In that conversation, they emphasized gratitude over spectacle. Murat, we know every child is a blessing. We also know not every journey to parenthood is easy, so we pray for those still waiting. Iman, motherhood taught me that the world's pace can slow without stopping. I choose fewer projects, yes, but I gain mornings reading picture books with my daughter. That is an exchange I welcome. 6. Who is Iman Elbani beyond the headlines? Long before fashion shoots and pageant crowns, Iman spent weekends volunteering at literacy vans that traveled to remote Moroccan villages. That passion continues. Twice a year she returns, now funding mobile libraries stocked with children's books in Arabic, Amazigh, and French. Even during pregnancy, she supervises via video link, ensuring each village gets age-appropriate titles and reading circle facilitators. In Turkey, she co-founded a small scholarship for migrant girls attending Istanbul University, pledging tuition for those pursuing translation studies. She jokes that household dinner conversation flows through 3 languages and 4 dictionaries. So she wants more women empowered to bridge cultures. Fans admire the way she balances visibility and authenticity, and glimpses of family baking days or terrace gardening without exposing her child's face. One follower summed it up perfectly. She reminds us that you can be in the public eye without surrendering your sense of self. 7. A marriage built on mutual reinforcement. Ask Murat about Iman in interviews, and his answers never veer toward. He credits her for pushing him to try dialect training in Los Angeles, for insisting he learn baby sign language to communicate with their firstborn, for reading every draft of scripts where female characters felt underwritten and encouraging him to request changes. She, in turn, praises his unwavering support during her miscarriages, recounting how he memorized Moroccan lullabies to soothe her during sleepless nights of worry. Friends describe their communication style as micro check-ins, quick texts, but mundane things. Have you stretched your back? Drink water before the next take. Those small signals reinforce partnership in an industry where egos can eclipse empathy. 8. Looking ahead. New projects, new priorities. Murat has quietly optioned the screenwrites to a best-selling Turkish novel about an Ottoman astronomer whose discoveries are nearly lost in the chaos of empire transition. He plans to produce and star, with shooting slated to begin once the new baby is at least 6 months old. He jokes that night feeds will give him plenty of time to study historical star charts. Iman, meanwhile, is in pre-production on a short documentary profiling Moroccan midwives who provide prenatal care in Atlas mountain villages. Filming will pause for her postpartum recovery, then resume with a mobile crew and Murat tagging along as camera dad. They aim to release the film at regional festivals, donating proceeds to rural health initiatives. 9. Why their story resonates. Cultural symmetry. By honoring both Turkish and Moroccan traditions, they remind viewers that marriage can be a dialogue, not a compromise. Privacy as power. In an era of constant disclosure, choosing what to keep sacred can be revolutionary. Shared purpose. Their philanthropy turns spotlight into service, proving celebrity can amplify causes bigger than any red carpet. Resilient romance, miscarriages, distance, and scrutiny tested their vows. Empathy and faith sustained them. Growth over glamour. They treat career milestones as chapters, not finish lines, always leaving room for family chapters still unwritten. 10 parting thoughts. As the Yıldırım Elbani household prepares for its newest arrival, the couple continues to model how ambition, humility, and cross-cultural respect can coexist under one roof. Their journey isn't flawless, no real love story is, but it pulses with sincerity. They don't rush announcements, don't monetize every milestone, and don't pretend hardships never happened. Instead, they invite us to witness a partnership anchored by small, deliberate acts of care. Thank you for spending this time with me. If their narrative inspired you, please let me know in the comments which part of their journey moved you most. How do you balance career goals and personal life? I read every message. Until next time, stay kind, stay curious, and remember, love that listens is love that lasts. Bye for now, and see you in the next video.